Hello again. Welcome back to Risa's Attic. Well, I was able to go to this massive great sale that Hobby Lobby is having, and I did manage to get me a few things that I saw that I really had been wanting, and I want to share a couple of those with you today. All right, the first thing I'm going to show you is the Sizzix set. It's designed by, what's her name? Katelyn Lizardi. You can go on their web page, Sizzix web page, and you can find out a lot of information about her designs and everything. Well, this kit comes with an embossing folder, as you see here, and it embosses out a door and a frame, a very nice door and frame, I think, very elegant looking. Then on the inside, you're going to have 9 dies and 11 stamps. This one banner here you can put in winter, fall, spring, or summer. And then this nice bow, you can dress it up with poinsettias, flowers. There's some pumpkins and a leaf. And this has been absolutely a dream trying to figure out how to do it. I don't know about you, but whenever I get something new, there's always a learning curve with it. And sometimes I get totally frustrated. But sometimes if you stick with things, they do come out pretty good. I've started keeping extra bits that I make and not use, and possibly in the future I'll find a use for them. Now on this first one, this was the first one I created, and it was a disaster, and I was so frustrated I almost threw up my hands and quit. But I did learn a few things. This welcome sign was from another set. It came from maymaymadeit.com, as well as the little ringer. But my first one that I made here, I tried using foiling. That didn't work very well. So then I used this Deco Color Premium Prime Premio by Marvy, and it makes a matte finish, and I was very pleased with that. I used a little gem for the door handle, but one of the things that I don't like about the flower that they give you in this kit is this eyeball right there. Every flower reminds me of an eyeball, and it just gets on my nerves. Anyhow, this was my first run into this, and I was highly disappointed. The next two are, I stopped and I thought about it, what can I do? And I remembered, you've got to have levels of interest, things that cause depth. And that's what I tried to think about that, and I tried to do that. I did the little ornaments up there. I did the doorknob as the pin again, and I think that they came out real good. I used 2 on the wreath die. I used 2 different colors, green and a brown, and here's the bow, and it has the capability of putting the poinsettias over it, the pumpkins on top of it, or the flowers such as I did. Now here's the little creepy eye again. And I think I may even go back into him and close out that eye and put the wink of Stella on there. I cut out 2 of the little banners and offset them, and I thought that added a layer of interest. Here's the summer one. I think this looks super summery. Another summer one, rather. 2 layers of the wreaths. The only thing I did on this one was the little doorknob. I didn't do the ornaments on this. I wanted to make it a simpler one even. I put several flowers on this one, and I did black out the centers, as you can see. I'm much more pleased with that. It looks like owl's eyes, or, you know, boobies with flower petals around them. You know, it just looks weird to me, that eye shape. But I did the banner, the double banner again. And I really think that these kind of cards would make a wonderful card for a new couple, someone purchasing their first home, someone moving. Any of those, would be great. And you don't have to put the little summer, you don't have to put summer, spring, fall, winter on there. You can leave that off and put something else down there. But either one of these card fronts would be great for a card to someone getting a new house. Now the next two, I really, really feel like the Lord helped me to understand what I was doing, my goals, and how to accomplish what I wanted to do. I used this little jute bit of string, jute cording, put knots in it, and before I put the knots in it, I put these little flags on there, and I used a calligraphy pen. I'm not a calligrapher, so I didn't do real well at it, but I thought it was really nice, and I like the way it dangles and hangs there. On this one, I did completely black out the crazy little eyeballs, and the other elements from the stamps are branches with pine cones on them, and then there is a stamp which I did in fall colors. And my goodness, the fall colors in a leaf are so mesmerizing. You could just lose yourself for hours trying to figure out all the colors in these leaves. And I tried to go with that, and I feel like I did pretty good. On these flowers, I used yellow cardstock to cut them out. The previous day, I had used white cardstock to do the branches and the leaves. So I just said to myself, you know what, that doesn't look real cool. So I got, let's see, where is it? Saffron yellow from Blick Studios. They have a line of alcohol markers that I am currently trying to purchase these up. These are the ones that I'm going to go with, and only purchase the Copics when I feel like I have to. But I did the borders around those, and it made it more uniform. I used 3 wreaths die cuts, in 2 brown and 1 green, and I used colors that are fall associated. And it says Happy Fall. This right here was directly from someone on YouTube. I saw them do that, and I said, oh my gosh, I got to do that. That's just, talking about levels of interest here. Wow, you know, and how that shakes and moves. This is amazing as far as I'm concerned. Then I actually, one of these little, no, it may have came off, I don't know. This was actually no, that wasn't the last one. This was the last one I made. But then I went back and added a few little things on this later. But this was the first one that I made after I saw the lady on YouTube that had the dangling strings with words on her banners. And this one I put Mary and one of them Bright, and I didn't do a real good deal on that. So this is not absolutely a good thing to do unless your tip, the tip is somewhat, you can see it's not real finished. It's got a bunch of little branching out pieces, and that doesn't give you a real clean write. When you're writing with it, it won't be real clean. And that was the result right there. Mary and Bright are not really very well written there, but that's okay. This was the first one, like I said, that I did after I saw this on YouTube, where a lady had made a little bow out of some string and put a button right in the middle. And these are my poinsettias. And I really, really enjoyed the way these turned out. I tried to focus more color, depth of color along the edges, and then towards the interior, I just didn't put as much ink on it from the marker. I fell in love with this little idea. And I have actually seen it in Victorian homes, and I actually had one for a long time, but I sold it on eBay or Etsy, I can't remember. But I've never seen one on the front door. It's usually a crystal knob. In Victorian times, a crystal knob went to the bedroom. But I'm very pleased with the poinsettias and the pine cones. I like how I did a darker color towards the middle, and it seemed to give them some depth there. Anyway, I am so happy that you came by to look at the little things that I've done here. If you have any questions, please put the question down below. I have very few followers, so I get to read everything somebody writes to me, and I really do appreciate everything you say and do. Thank you, ladies, for all of your videos and how that you are an inspiration to me. God bless you guys. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Bye-bye.